Hello everybody, thank you for coming. Here is a quick update of the status of the layout. A couple things. I got done laying all the plaster cloth, and then I put a layer of a shaper sheet plaster on the plaster cloth. And a couple things I discovered. First off, on the instructions, well, shaper sheet plaster is supposed to be used with shaper sheet, but ignoring that part, one of the things they always emphasize is that you spray everything down with water. And I didn't see a purpose with it, so I did the most reasonable thing and skipped that step. I think I know why you need to spray everything with water when you add another layer of plaster. If you don't, when you put the new plaster on, it's going to be going to a very dry surface, so it will want to dry out very fast and it will want to set very fast. So whereas you should get 15 to 20 minutes of time to kind of shape your material, you get like 2 minutes because it's already drying out because it's going onto a dry surface. The next thing I would have done differently is, as I put down my plaster cloth, I would have sanded after each and every layer. I don't know if you can see it, but here, let me just kind of come in here. We got all kinds of bumps. Now this is after I have sanded a lot to kind of flatten out some of this stuff. And here's the thing. I wish, twofold. Rather than overlapping, I wish I would have had gaps between the plaster cloth, because it's easier to fill in a hole with additional plaster than it is to sand down a high spot. The next thing I wish I would have done is I used kind of a flat trough to lay down the plaster, and you can kind of see a lot of this looks like it was just scraped with a smooth thing. That might be good for walls, but it's not good for hills. And then I watched the videos again from Woodland Scenics, and they use brushes. So I would have used brushes to help smooth things out. So I would have wetted everything down. I would have sanded it after each layer of plaster cloth. I would have left gaps rather than overlap because I knew I was going to put on about 3 layers. I would have applied the plaster, the shaper sheet plaster with a brush rather than a trough, again after weighing it down. And I would have sanded on each one of the intermediate steps rather than trying to sand at the very end. There's a lot of stuff to sand. One of the consequences of all the sanding that I'm having to do is that there is a lot of plaster dust. Oh, you can't really see it, and I think it's brushed away, but it's there. And N scale, much more than HO scale, seems to be very sensitive to contaminants on the track. So right now I have one engine, and as it goes around, now this is after I've kind of gone after the whole thing and tried cleaning it. Trust me, it would not go this fast before I cleaned it. It's running pretty well now, but it takes a lot of cleaning. It's hard to clean in that bridge. Let's see if it's going to make it through there. It's stuttering a little bit. The engine has a very hard time making it around. I thought it was going to be the X crossing right here. So when I went to the model store, I actually had them set up the track. They were very good about it. And the brand new engine just ran through it flawlessly. And then I come here, and then it's stuttering as it's trying to go through this crossing in the front here. And then it gets because of the contaminants. I am getting a track cleaner coming in. So hopefully that'll be good. At the end of this project, I was originally anticipating getting the Union Pacific 838. I'm actually going to be doing that earlier to make sure it runs well. And along with that, I'm going to be getting the track cleaner. So I kind of want to get the track to know that the track is working right with the cleaning and stuff like that. Let's see, other types of recommendations. I have identified all the high spots in the plaster, so I'm going to be just sanding a lot to try to get this to be flat. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of sanding, and after everything is flat, then I'll put the track on one more time, and then I'm going to be starting to do all the staining and things like that. So my recommendation to myself, if I was doing this again, I handle the plaster better. I don't like how I handled the plaster. It's just not, yeah. I guess follow the instructions. That's the moral of the story. And keep the track clean. You know, I'm kind of worried about all the little plaster dust here getting into everything. But once you clean it off, it seems to be running pretty well. The curves in the middle are pretty sharp, but they're running pretty well on the passenger cars. Not all combinations are possible, but it's running nicely. I hope to show how well the whole thing operates later. Alrighty, thank you very much, everybody, for coming. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe. Bye.